Yeah, we're only a couple rows in because I think that's about, man, it's nasty in here. Start her back up, Billy! Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, stick around for a while. Hey, take a guess, where am I at? Any guesses? Come on. Does this ring a bell? Yeah. Once we hooked onto that tractor and tried giving it a jerk, we realized it's a little wetter and stucker than we thought. Finally, we thought this just isn't working, which we should have did to begin with. We needed to unhook the disc. It's the only way you're going to get this thing out. She was ugly. Too heavy. Get it? Yeah, he's stuck. Hey, we dried this. People said this was a swamp. It's muck ground, vegetable soil. My buddy says what he farms. Yeah, he pulled us out of here. Dad cut a ditch down in that corner. The top of that's high ground, and we ended up getting this in. This is going to be hay. We didn't plant alfalfa down here because the muck will kill that. More of a pasture mix down here. This is right around the corner from the farm. We were offered it from Rochelle's boss at work. You're a fool not to try and to farm it. Well, look what we did. And we had plenty of farmers pulling in after we got them big tractors stuck saying, you can't farm this. It's not farmable. Well, we said, well, okay. We just shook our head. We shook our head, went like that, and then said, watch this. And this is what you got. So we got it done. In the midst of getting the aerial view of Greg planting, the drone went down. There's some power lines up there. I was trying to get you an overall look at this field, and I clipped that power line, spun it down into a tangent, and it landed in that corn. So as of right now, I don't have time to go look for it. Lance and I got to go milk the cows. We're going to go do that, and then as soon as I get done, I'm going to probably change and head back. We're going to look for that drone, and because that's what's going to make this. You're going to want to see how that turns to high and muck. And Guys, Lance and I done milking. We're gonna make an attempt to find this drone. I looked real quick earlier, but I had to get back to milk. So what I think happened was I clipped these poles and this thing kind of flipped and spiraled out of control. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go just us one row at a time. We're gonna walk up. I hope we find this. Anything? Nope. Can't see anything in here. Yeah, we're only a couple rows in because I think that's about, man, it's nasty in here. You can't see it. We're gonna have to be real lucky to find this. All right, he's next to me. All right, we got something chopped.
Got it.
Woo! Hang on, right there. Right there, let's get it out. I want to see what this thing looks like. Oh, look, it hit right here with these wires. And it looks like it came down and chopped this corn here. What's it look like?
Still intact.
It's intact. This got wound around. That's a piece of corn. All right, well, let's get that cleaned up and see if the data's on us any good, and hope that camera didn't get damaged too bad. And of course, it had to start raining a little bit, so I don't know if those are waterproof or not. So let's check it out. Yeah, this drone, once we found it, had been rained on for over a day. I don't know if these are waterproof or not, but I knew enough that before you start using it, you should at least try it out. So what's a drone doing sitting up here on these vacuum pumps? Well, it gets real hot in this room. These vacuum pumps running. This is for the suction for the milkers, so I figured this would be a good time to try it. What do you think? Do you remember this field? We seeded this down to oats, cover crop. It was a couple videos back. I figured this would be a good place to test that drone. I'd like to see what it looks like on top. Well, by all accounts, it looks pretty dang good. This is non-tiled, and if you remember, it was hotter than heck. It rained, and Dad came in the next day and he dissed it and we planted it. Same thing we did over there. The reason these have good stands is because you're planting them right before it rains. She's on. All right, so I've been monkeying with this. The drone's on, everything's hooked up, but my screen won't show the camera. But if I hit this dial, I can see I'm moving the camera. So I'm gonna give this a test run. I'm gonna have to mess with it some more, but I'm gonna try to fly this freehand. Let's see what happens. Whoa! She's alive, guys. She's alive. Let's go check it out. So yeah, I couldn't see what I was flying, but she started getting funky there at the end, and I was coming in there. I couldn't control it, and I ended up nosediving it and flipping this thing over, and something wrong with that. I don't know if someone can work on that or not, but you know, that's what happens when you're out there, you're using stuff and you're trying to get stuff done. Stuff's gonna happen. So I'm not overly thrilled about it. Rochelle's really not too happy about it, but you know what, that's life. Ended up getting all the straw moved back to the main farm. That was those actually 3 wheat fields, over 300 and some odd bales to be exact. We'll use these to bed down the heifers. You can see the amount of rain that we got. Look at the puddles. Okay, look at that. That's one wagon out there. I've got to put a shaft on. Look at the rest of it. Everything's in here nice and dry except for that old girl. Then we got this guy. They're resting. Here's the disc he used to work up that field. A little overkill if you ask me, but that's what we got. We've got equipment for high ground. He ended up putting this 9400 on there with the triple so it would float. He took the other one off, we washed it up. Washed this one up, you can see it was pretty dry. There's no real mud on it. Corn heads out, that's gonna be coming down the pike here. They're replacing the deck plates in there. Okay, and that'll help from letting the corn fall through the cracks. 608C, he ended up getting this at an auction. Got the cart and everything with it. White's back in town. Hey, I'm gonna make a whole video about this tractor. We just got it back. I didn't want to show it to you, but you know what? So much stuff sitting around here. I'm gonna tell you about this girl too. That's coming up next week. At a hayfield, this is one of our prime hayfields, one of 4 that we use to fill silos, main chopping fields tiled. This is 4th cutting. I mean, look at this stuff. This is up to my knees. This stuff is massive. That's what happens when you get some heavy dews, decent rains, and a tile field. We'll be getting this next. 4th cutting, we're gonna take all that off, and then by that time, we're going after the corn. Let's go. Okay guys, back home. Hey, remember that hailstorm we had last spring? Well, I'm finally getting it taken care of. It blasted out all this siding in through here. Okay, I'm doing all 4 sides of the house. I didn't really do the back too much, but I'm gonna rip that off the match. While they're at it, they're gonna add continuous overhang on and put some of that knotty pine underneath there and match it with the same lights. That was the builder's idea. The guys I got doing this are the ones that built this barn for me. I like the way they did it. They did a real good job, so I'm just gonna stick with them. They're gonna rip all this off. So maybe next video, they should hammer this out next week. We had a couple rain days here. They ended up replacing 2 windows. Those are the girls' rooms up there. I added them dormers after the fact. This is a schoolhouse. I put them on probably when I was about 25. I got that all ready well before I was even married with kids. So this window here was cracked. That's going to be replaced. The rest of them, this bay window and everything else is pretty good. So we're going to leave it, just rewrap them. And I'm going to have them to ripping all this off. I mean, you can see what the hail did. Look at that. That's what the whole house looked like. So that's going to get done, and the whole house should look good. I can't wait to show it to you. I'm excited. Should be done, like I said, next video. Moving on to this little project. I don't know if I ever went over it with you guys that well. I ended up putting this all in. This is like an exposed concrete. This is 5 inches with wire. That little approach is 5 inches with wire. I'm gonna go in here and show you this barn. See, the garage, the door to the house used to be right here. They put the window there. I'll show you when we get in there, but this whole barn is, yeah, I got these lights. This whole barn was built, they took it right onto the house here. All right, this is a 40 by 56 with like a 10 by something little breezeway there. I finally got this finished. This is spray foamed all the way around, and then since there was a cavity, they took and they laid more insulation in inside the 2x4s when they framed it up, then put the metal on. It's 14-foot ceilings. I've got 3 drains in the floors here. So if I want to wash a car or do anything like that, I've got water right here coming from the bathroom. So that's real handy. And this concrete's 5 feet with wire in it too. I didn't want, I don't know, I've seen enough at the farm where it pays just to go heavy. I've got a bathroom in here. Okay, here's the little bathroom. And this is a wall heater to keep this warm in the winter. I mean, everything you need. I keep my work clothes out here. Kind of what I started doing, help clutter, keep that from being cluttered. And then here we got a loft here for storage. Okay, I got lights up there, and it just made sense. See, this is the benefit of hiring someone that knows what they're doing. The guy that built this built a lot of barns, and he just knew. He laid this out for me. I didn't know how to lay out a bathroom and an office and then put it sounds easy after the fact, but to actually get it and make it work, you gotta know what you're doing. Here's my office. I use it a little bit here and there, but it's just nice to have your own space. And again, we've got another wall heater to keep this heated. The garage, the main part here, I've got piping coming in from my outdoor wood burner in the corner. I haven't got that hooked up yet, but hopefully this year we're gonna hang a radiator and I'll be able to radiant heat right in here. But to be honest, spray foam and then the extra insulation now, this thing stays pretty warm. Okay, hey, before we go on, this is all a bunch of shiplap, it's called. Okay, I'm gonna go in the house. Rochelle told me not to do this, we're gonna do it anyway. This was where the steps were going out of the house. There's a door here. They put a window here. I never completely finished it, you know, since, well, I don't know, it's been last year. She's been wanting me to get this room done, so they cut this door in. And it's just not, she wants to brighten us up, so she's been watching this TV show. They put shiplap on here. It's gonna be bright white, it's gonna be finished. And here's the rest of the schoolhouse. She's a big beast. These floors are from 1912, how old them things are. So we're gonna get this done, and I know she's gonna be that's what's gonna make her happy. And then maybe by the time they get that done this week, I can get this main area painted. What do you think about that? Can I get it painted in my free time? That's the only thing holding me back to finishing it. And I got the beauty, whatever to tie in them can lights. I got the hardware to finish them. So okay guys, hey, I hope you liked this video, seeding down a hayfield when they said it couldn't be done. Hope you like a little look at the house and stuff like that. Yeah, I've had this place since I was 19, so it's going on 20 years. I put pretty much everything I ever had in this, just because I knew, being that I'd be next to the farm, I would never be moving from here. So, and then the fact that you don't take a lot of vacations, I figured, well, might as well have a nice place to live. So all right, well, follow me at Kip Sigler Farming on Instagram, kipsiglerfarming.com if you're looking for a t-shirt, and see you next video. Thanks.